The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season, just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team you.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Washington Wizards taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Still out of the lineup is Jabari Parker. They want him back healthy.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin, but really it's an issue for both teams in regards to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through the injuries and still come out on top.
And there's probably a lot of sympathy these teams have for one another. They're both going through it, if you will, at the same time.
And now Washington's starting group. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Oubre out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the pivot, manning the middle.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Oubre with the steal. Outside, Wall. Out to the wing. Here's Gortat. No luck. Good work defensively by Monroe. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to Philadelphia.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Outside Martin. There's the triple. Again, Martin missing. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the wing on the left. Here's Oubre. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here is Gortat, following the bucket by the Bucks. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Oubre's got his first points in this one.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Freak, and the wide open shot from Morris. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Martin dishes to Monroe. This one for 3. Again, Martin missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And finished off by Beal.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
It's stolen by Wall. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here is Humphries. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Greg Monroe. Richardson, he's checked in for the Wizards. And Washington has possession. 4-point game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. We talked about how they plan to deal with Deron Williams. He said he can do it all offensively. Shoot, drive, and of course, pass. We've got to play aggressive, try to force him towards our help, and take the ball out of his hands as much as possible. Not easy, Kevin. Not one of those things.
Thanks, Doris. Here's what Washington's going with right now. Green comes in for Morris, and Barea subbed in for John Wall. Here's Barea. Passes it to Green. Can't get it to go. Good D by Williams. Bucks trail by 6. Martin kicks to McGee. It's stolen by Green. They get a hand on it. Down low. Here's Beal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Williams. The Wizards have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Beal. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Outside Williams. Martin against Richardson. The kick out to Williams. Here's Martin. Gortat with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Barea kicks to Green. He dishes it to Richardson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 8. Martin up top, guarded by Barea. 3-pointer. Green with the rebound.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And he gets it to go.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Well, some deep threats have really made their presence felt around the league lately. The 2-guard spot have been the hottest 3-point shooters for the last month. Bradley Beal, number 1.
And, you know, 2-guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in our league, and he's no exception to that rule. I mean, look at the success he's having from 3-point range.
And, Greg, the key to that success for me is his constant movement without the ball. I mean, he works extremely hard to create and find the space he needs to get his shot off.
Now, here's Barea following the miss by Freak. Now the dish to Beal from past the arc. Shot is no good, and Milwaukee will come the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But, hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
Bucks trail by 10, and here comes the break. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The Wizards have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak. The Wizards have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. The throw good, Beal. And both free throws good for Beal. Nine seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams passes to Martin. A second chance effort. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Wizards lead by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA.
towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific power. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala. MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Guys, kind of a battle there. They pulled out a 4-point win, though.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Martin, he's in at the point. Antetokounmpo is out there with Monroe. And it's Early in at the 2. Kept alive. Monroe's shot is good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Milwaukee on D. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And it's Moore penetrating back to Millsap. The rebound by the Bucks. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did. Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Hey, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And it's Martin missing.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Millsap a screen. And it's Moore penetrating. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
10 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Martin, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Millsap misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Martin against Moore. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And that one's good. Millsap. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Martin attacking. Pass to Holmes. Here's Early. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Early's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain them.
Picked by Horford. Moore outside. Six on the shot clock. He kicks to Millsap. The shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Martin. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish. like this, though.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Shot's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He was intent on running the offense through Martin. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Cramp. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Johnson for three. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Milwaukee leading by 3. McGee a screen. Williams kicks to McGee. Ariza outside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Ariza's got his first points of the game.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
There's a screen by Williams. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock at 6, and it's Kidd-Gilchrist penetrating, and they get it back. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Ariza kicks to Scott. Here's Cramp, covered by Martin. Johnson dishes to Scott. Now the feed to Cramp, and he banks in the layup. Cramp's got his first basket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Johnson from outside. That drops. Johnson's got 5 points so far. Offense, the order. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team. Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce?
Attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. Right. So same thing. And you can ride that for quite a ways.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the court for the Bucks, Martin in a 2-guard. Antetokounmpo is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Williams at the point guard. Now here is Martin. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points.
There's 1:54 left here in the second. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The pass to Nicholson. Ariza outside. Passes it to Nicholson. Ariza kicks to Crabbe. He feeds it to Nicholson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. Here's Scott. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark. No doubt about it.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans had a huge game. He had 37 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself. Take a look at the performance in this one for Martin. He's got 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That's good from Martin.
I think he simply needs to get back to doing what he was doing there in the first quarter.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Hawks trail by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Johnson kicks to Crabbe, feeds to Scott. Nicholson passes to Crabbe. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Martin. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Scott. Johnson outside. Puts it up from 12. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Bucks on top, up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Freak really making a difference here.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Ejuan Moore is out there with Johnson. And it's Bazemore at the 3. And that one falls for early. The Hawks trail by 6. Moore with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Moore dishes to Horford. Kicks it to Johnson. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Again, Millsap missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Martin goes in. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Atlanta making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in. Moore outside. Millsap a screen. And it's Moore penetrating. Lets it go from 11. That is good.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Well, some very valuable players right here. Big men who can create turnovers for their teammates inside. These are the power forwards and centers with the most assists in the past month. Number 3, Paul Millsap. And, of course, Al Horford.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Man, it's so much fun to watch a big guy handling and orchestrating things from the lane. I mean, it causes so many problems when you've got a guy who can score down there, who also has vision and an excellent basketball IQ.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Martin with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Monroe, no good. The Hawks trail by 6. Moore outside. The dish to Johnson. Horford with a screen on Martin. Johnson kicks to Horford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's around 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And, guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And, fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Deron Williams checked in for the Bucks. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now here is Cephalosha. Antetokounmpo defending. Outside for Millsap. Johnson, the pass to Horford. No luck. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Martin wide open. He fires. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Johnson kicks to Millsap. Millsap a screen to the middle. It's tipped. On the wing, Johnson. Atlanta again missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Outside for Martin. That doesn't go either for Martin.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Moore dishes to Johnson. Millsap kicks to Moore. Horford in the post. Monroe on him. Horford no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Holmes passes to Williams. Fires from 14, and the Bucks miss again.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Johnson outside. Johnson missing again.
just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's Martin. And
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Millsap. He's been dominant over the last month. 6th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
Boy, he's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the full 48 minutes. Glass eater.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Nicholson's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And Krabs subbed in for Moore. Scott dishes to Johnson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Out to the right wing. Dishes it to Crabbe. Johnson against Martin. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Early's checked in. Martin attacking. And he gets it to go. Martin's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Elbow shot is on the way. The offensive rebound, McGee makes it off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee on top, ending the 3rd quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at... And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Milwaukee leading by 15. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Martin, he's in at point guard. Antetokounmpo out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Early in at the 2 spot. And it's Moore penetrating. No good off the front iron.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
That's good. 6 points for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Millsap a screen. Crabbe kicks to Millsap. He dishes it to Moore. With the floater. And he lays it up and in.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Martin attacking. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
On defense, Atlanta. Antetokounmpo passes to Martin. Rebounded by Moore.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Millsap gets it to Bazemore. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Millsap a screen. Up off the screen. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Martin dishes to Monroe. Back to Martin. Moore with the steal. And here comes Moore leading the fast break. Bazemore gets the bucket.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Martin with the bucket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Start it.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Puts it up from 12. That one rolling around and rims out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Moore with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. A floater, no good from Moore.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Martin with the bucket.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Martin against Moore. To the right side. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Atlanta again missing. Bucks leading by 16. Early the pass to Holmes. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Bazemore dishes to Moore. Pass to Horford. Here's Crabbe. Lays it up and banks it in.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Johnson, he's checked in for more. The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And he sinks the second. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Early kicks to Monroe. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Bucks lead by 17. Stolen by Martin. Now the Bucks moving it up. Early, the pass to Martin. And it takes a hard bounce.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
Checking out the game Paul Millsap is having. He has 8 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
And it's Martin penetrating. Good work defensively by Millsap.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Johnson dishes to Bazemore. There's the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Martin attacking.
The ball. Stick it too much.
The Bucks working the ball around. Shoots. And the jumper falls for him. Martin's got 8 points in the quarter.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Hawks making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Here's Bazemore. He kicks it to Millsap. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Bucks leading by 11. Now Martin. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Here's Johnson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
At the line for the Hawks, Tyler
Gets the first, and that brings them to within 10.
Check out the stats for Johnson. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Stick it too much.
The feed to Early. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Martin. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Goes up to the stripe, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Martin's got 31 points.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never wrapped.
What to play? Hey.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
His offensive performance was the main reason they walked out of here with the win tonight. You got a sense early on it was going to be a big game from him. His attitude, his swagger, it was B-I-G. He gave them an ultra-reliable option every time down the floor.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. Well, I'm going Kyrie number one, Steph Curry number 1A. Because I say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot, but Kyrie uses it all the time to get everywhere on the floor.
It's Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford.
Ooh.
Then Chris Paul.
Yes.
Maybe a little Rondo, maybe.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Milwaukee Bucks come into this one after the win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Utah, Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. The forwards are Hayward and Favors, and it's Stoudemire in at the 5 spot. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Milwaukee on D. Now, here's Exum. There's the double team with Martin. Stoudemire outside. The Jazz working the ball around now. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Martin wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Exum kicks to Hayward. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Hayward's got his first points of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Exum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great D. He picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
Here's Martin. Cannot hit. And it's Utah the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Now Martin. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer, they didn't go. That's tipped. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Hood, the pass to Exum. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Hayward outside. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Hayward.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Martin attacking. Stoudemire grabs the miss.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Stoudemire. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Here's Martin. After
and that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Stoudemire following the bucket by the Bucks. That shot wide open. Exum's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
And that one's good by Favors.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Monroe. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
The Bucks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Greg Monroe taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Stoudemire. Alec Burks comes in for Gordon Hayward. Lou Williams is checked in for Hood, and Trey Burke subbed in for Exum. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I caught up with the head coach for Utah. We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands. So pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thanks, Doris. And the Bucks making a change here. Williams is checked in, and so Favors nails both of them. Bucks trail by 4. Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Outside Williams. And there's the feed to Williams. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Williams dishes to Burke. Launches a 3. Another miss by Utah. Bucks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Passes it to Martin from deep. The shot is off. And Utah the other way now. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
The Bucks trail. To the paint, here's McGee. Great D that time from Favors.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deters them from those plans.
Burks' shot is good.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And, Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Burke kicks to Williams. Williams with another miss. Bucks trail by 4. Martin goes in. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Here's Burke looking for his first basket still in this one. Off target at the rim. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Utah out in front. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills. Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's on the court. Checked in for Henderson. Hood comes in for Burks, and it's Exum in for Burke. Martin, he's in at point guard. Monroe is out there with Earl. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Holmes in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here is Martin. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Now here's Hayward. Following the miss by Freak. It's deflected. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Williams is checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Utah with a change here too. Lou Williams is checked in for Hood. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Yeah, you know, these guys are really more than capable of going it alone if the situation calls for it. But they much prefer to have everybody involved in the offense, and they go out of their way to try to make that happen.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Now here's Exum. 5 points in the game. Hayward outside. To the middle. Here's Lyles. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lyles got his second basket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here is Martin. He's got 13. Monroe. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Monroe's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the bench.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He finished with 31 points and a lot of his contribution coming from the charity stripe as he was drawing fouls. Just another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Stoudemire with the ball. Now Monroe defending.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Yeah, it could work, but I wouldn't take that approach, Clark. They should be fighting their way inside for better looks.
Early shot's good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Stoudemire. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hayward goes in, and he banks in the layup. Hayward's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Williams with a clean look. And the shot no good, a bit short. There's the dish to Early. Williams passes to Martin. He kicks it to Monroe. From deep. No good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bucks lead by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
And checking out the game for Martin. 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And the Jazz with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks. Outside Martin, stolen by Exum. Hood dishes to Exum. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Exum's got 7 points in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Martin kicks to Monroe. And it's Martin penetrating. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Hayward can't hit. Bucks leading by 9. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting for Milwaukee, early.
And the first one at the line is good. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Bucks. The Jazz also changing it up. Burks comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Trey Burks subbed in for Dante Exum. Second free throw, no good. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Hood. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Martin. Utah with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post, rotate over, and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
The Bucks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Stoudemire. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Martin the pass to McGee. Back to Martin. Crane for 2 points. And now a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Burke dishes to Favors, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
And it's Martin that time on the assist by McGee. 19 points for Freak. Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Stoudemire. Feeds to Burks. Dishes it to Hood. Favors with the screen. Here's Hood. 4 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Burks can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 12. Antetokounmpo kicks to Williams. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
Free throw good, Williams. And the Bucks making a change here. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for the Jazz. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Jazz trail by 13. Burke the pass to Henderson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Henderson's got his first basket of the night. The Bucks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Kicks to Martin. Shoots it up. And again, the Bucks miss.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Bucks leading by 11. Williams kicks to Martin. Williams dishes to McGee. Excellent D there from Stoudemire.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempt.
Here's Kid Gilchrist after Alec Burks' score. Here's Martin. Goes back up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Bucks down 5 spots from them.
And I think for Milwaukee, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
No good on the free throw. Williams, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for Burks. And the second free throw, good. Jazz trail by 10. 1:46 left in the third. Hayward against Williams. Hayward passes to Williams. Off target with his 3. Bucks leading by 10. Martin kicks to Williams. Williams a screen. Here's Kid Gilchrist.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Craig Monroe, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Utah also making a switch. Exum's checked in. First trip to the line for him here.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
Early, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Martin kicks to Williams. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Williams. Here's Hayward, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Jazz have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Hayward hits them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Now here is Martin. 19 points in the game. He feeds it to Early. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist penetrating. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Stoudemire's checked in for the Jazz. For Milwaukee, they have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. Jazz trail by 10. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Exum. And yes, sir, that one drops. Exum's got 6 in the quarter.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Monroe. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 10.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Now, here's Exum, covered by Martin. Hayward goes in, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Jazz trail by 8. Martin, he's in at the point. Early out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Monroe. And it's Holmes in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2.
No good on the second free throw. Bucks leading by 7. Martin with it. Goes up to the stripe. Rebounded by Hood.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Pass to Burks. Inside. That's good from Burke on the assist by Burks.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And that one's good. And it's now 22 points for Freak.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closer. They set the screen. Hayward outside from deep. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Early dishes to Martin. No good. So Utah will take it the other way. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Monroe, and it's Williams in for Early. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Favors with the screen. Burks kicks to Hayward. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Antetokounmpo passes to Martin, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists now in the game. Burke kicks to Hayward. Now here's Burke, covered by Martin. Favors with the screen. Back to Hayward. The tray. And it's Hayward again missing. Milwaukee leading by 9. Antetokounmpo dishes to Martin. And Hayward with the block. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Favors with the screen. Burke kicks to Favors. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Hayward. From 12 feet out. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks answers.
Stoudemire's checked in for Trey Burke. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Antetokounmpo passes to Martin. Inside. Utah with the rebound. Hood's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Hayward dishes to Hood. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Martin kicks to McGee. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 9.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
The pass to Hood. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Left side, Martin. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Favors. Here's Hayward, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Monroe comes in for JaVale McGee, and it's early in for Williams. And Utah also making a switch. Exum, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 for Martin. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some noise for your energy.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yeah, during that break, the head coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Here's Exum. Another miss by Utah.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Martin's in the post. Defended by Hayward. Goes back up. And it's Martin missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Good! And now they trail by just 4.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Monroe up top. Outside Martin. Pass to Holmes. Here's Early. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Stoudemire, right side. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
What an offensive force Stoudemire can be.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some noise for your energy.
17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. The feed to Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Hayward to tie it up. Oh, off target.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backcourt.
Outside, Martin. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for the Bucks, Martin in at point guard. Early out there at Greg Monroe. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Holmes in at the power forward. Burks the pass to Hayward to take the lead. Exum with a wide open look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Kidd-Gilchrist with it. Now defended by Exum. And it's Martin missing.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
All the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he has 23 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And it's Martin missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Burks, the basket good off the assist from Hayward. And the Jazz lead by 5.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. Favors sets the pick for Exum. Dish now to Hayward. Shot clock at 5. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Utah lead.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Martin dishes to Early. Holmes passes to Early. Here's Monroe. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Kidd-Gilchrist against Hayward. Down low. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Monroe. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Hayward outside. Favors with the screen. Hayward kicks to Exum. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Overtime has become do or die time. An empty possession here, and I think they're finished.
And now Hayward pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's in!
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Martin for three. Milwaukee the rebound. Monroe, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Bucks foul ball. That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Bucks, Dante Exum taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
It's our time. It's our time. We are so close to closing this one out. So let's get him the ball.
And so it's Utah with the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on.
Hi, Kevin. Derek, what were the points of emphasis?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do...
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Simple life, no American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. The land with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with death.
can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me.
Any day could be your last in the jungle. On the humble tumble, the corners is the hot spot full of mad criminals who don't care. Nuzzling, we all stare at the out of towners. They better break north before we get and take their face off. The streets is filled with undercovers, chasing brothers. The D's on the roof trying to watch us and knock us. Coppers even come through in helicopters. I drink a little, spark and hold a. The fronters wanna be ill, the spot runners, thinking it can't happen till I trap them. Won't even run about guards, I don't believe in none of that. Your facts are backwards. Nas is a rebel of the street corner, pulling it out the dresser. Police got me under pressure. Nas, I'm not your legal type of fella. Drinking. Street dweller who's always on the corner. Bless when I dress is never nothing less than guess. Kobe walking with a bop and my hat turned back. Love committing sins and my friends sell raps with a to keep it under my tongue. The school dropout, never like from day one, cause life ain't but stress, fake crabs dust. So I guzzle my while pulling on mad. The type who be in your elevator. Somehow the rap game reminds me of the game. Used to sport valleys and gazelles with black frames. Now I'm into fat chains. Fly new chicks and new kicks. Represent, represent. Represent, represent. Represent, represent. No doubt, see my stats are fat. This is what it's about. Before the PDP conflict with MC Shan. Around the time with Shantae, just the real Roxanne. I used to wake up every morning, see my crew on the block. Every day's a different planet, had us running from cops. If it wasn't hanging out in front of spots, we was at the factory breaking the locks. Nowadays I need to in a flash just like the next man. Could y'all guard? Let me see 100 grand. Could use a some being a wanted man, but if I hit rock bottom, then I'ma be the son of Sam. They call the crew to get live too with Sue Kim. This way the Jakes will never stop it. Is your brain on? To all flop the thugs, enough respect to the projects. I'm Ghost, one love. Represent y'all, represent, represent y'all, represent, represent y'all, represent, represent y'all, represent. One time for your mind. This goes out to everybody in New York that's living the real life in every projects all over. To my man Big Will, we still here. The 40 side of Vernon. My man Big LES, Big CeeLo from the Dime, Sean Penn, the 40 Busters. My crew the Shorty Busters, the 41st side of Vernon Posse, the Goodfellas. My man Cormega, Lakey the Kid, can't forget Drawers, the Hillbillies. My man Slate, Wallet Head, Black J, Big Oogie, Crazy Barrier Spot, Big Dog. We rock the line, Malachi, PhD, and my man Primo, who Gangstar, 94 real. Yeah. That's my man. Let's bring it back. That's just the warm us up, man. Cause I bugging.